How does that play with the Democratic Party, who has spent the last probably 10 years now telling us that all of the problems in our nation are due to rich, old, white men, which Biden is all of them?
Yeah, it's so interesting because usually in an administration, as you laid out there, a lot of things that Biden either stood idly by or was actively a participant in, the numerous failures and, you know, baffling and awful decisions made by the Obama administration. Lots of times the VP is the guy that's out there, like being the gung ho spokesperson and cheerleader and like the bad cop to the president's good cop. But in many ways, Biden was able to come out of the Obama administration with the role reversed in some way. He kind of looked like the nice, sweet grandpa that everybody liked. And 6 months ago, I would have thought that he would have been a shoo-in for this Democratic nomination. But as you said, even before his announcement today, the lead up to his announcement, he has been struggling with a lot of image issues from, leftists demanding that he apologize to Anita Hill and her saying that that is not enough, from this hashtag Me Too movement, stirring up pictures and images from the past that Republicans have been talking about for a very long time. In addition to that, things that he said that are quite frankly racist about our fellow Americans and minorities here in the United States. So 6 months ago, I would have told you he was a shoo-in and he was the Democrats' greatest hope against Donald Trump. Not that I thought that he could beat Donald Trump in 2020, but now I don't even know if he comes out in the top three.
No, I don't know. I mean, right now the polls show that the top three Democrats in that primary are all rich old white men. So there's some irony there. He's a different sort of candidate, a different sort of primary candidate than he would be general election candidate. Running against Trump is a very different game than running against these ideologically radically leftist progressives that are right now dominating the Democratic Party. But if we're talking about the general election just for a second, in a matchup of Joe Biden versus Donald Trump, should Biden get that Democratic nomination, I mean, he's already, on the very first day, his announcement that he was running for president was in Pennsylvania, where the unemployment rate, thanks to President Donald Trump, is at the lowest level ever. Record low unemployment rate. Why would people look at him and think that's the guy that I should elect when he's in an area that because of President Trump's policies, they can find a job and their wages have improved?
Yeah, especially because those wages under Obama, when he was vice president, drastically failed. I mean, listen, I'm not the only pundit to say this, but you're never more popular than you are right before you announce that you're going to run for political office. And Joe Biden has a benefit in that he has incredible name recognition amongst American voters as a whole, and of course amongst Democrat voters. But as you pointed out, he now, for a couple years into the Trump administration, running against Donald Trump in a year, I mean, let's be honest, the election's already happening. We have the Iowa caucuses just around the corner. They're going to be here before we know it. But now running against Donald Trump isn't good. Had the Democrats been wise, they would have run Joe Biden against Donald Trump in 2016, not Hillary Clinton, because he had a stronger leg to stand on at the time. And now he just doesn't.